Hey! Everybody get up! Everybody get up! Yeah, welcome to Anita Vita Rise. Alright, everybody. Welcome. It's Anita Vita Rise. Anita Vita Rise. Yeah. Anita Vita Rise. Yeah. Anita Vita Rise. Yeah. Who can make it better? Anita Vita Rise. In all types of weather, Anita Vita Rise. Get you back together, Anita Vita Rise. Go send her a letter, Anita Vita Rise. Anita Vita Rise. Anita Vita Rise, yeah. Anita Vita Rise, yeah, yeah. Anita Vita Rise.
Welcome to Rise with Anita Vita. I am your host, Anita Vita, Master Medical Qigong teacher and healer. I am so grateful and thankful you're here for another amazing episode. As you know, this show aims to amplify women's voices, have them share their stories so that they are a ripple effect of healing in this world. And today's episode, I am solo, and what I'm finding is, and even the podcasters that I listen to and the live streamers I listen to, I honestly want to get to know my host. So even though I have amazing guests, I'm thinking it would be nice to switch it up and also add episodes where I'm sharing a little bit more of my experience and in real time. So, oftentimes when you're a podcaster or a live streamer, you think you plan ahead to have guests. And then when things happen, right, whether they cancel last minute or you didn't have a guest, you're in a way rushing to okay, am I going to show up anyway and share something to my community, give value and continue to show up? Or am I just going to cancel and not, for whatever reason, like in your mindset, you're like, oh, I don't know, I don't have a guest today, so I'm just not going to be on, or, again, and then cancel. And so what I'm finding is, and what I want to do is just that. So what you're going to start seeing is more solo shows where I am hosting intentionally around the same topic of the month or during the season. And it will only, not only allow you to get to know me better and in a deeper level, I'm always sharing on social pretty deeply. You guys have seen me cry. You guys have seen me have, my days. And I add those things about myself because I choose to. You don't have to. Your boundaries around what you want to share on social is up to you and your comfort level. And for myself, it just depends on what topic it is and what's been on my heart and what I'm passionate about and what I want to, teach people and teach you. And so what I want to do now is to not only in doing that, it gives you and adds value to your life and see what you can use immediately, but it also keeps me accountable, right? So every month we plan on, we're not planning on, we will. I will be having a show that's solo around a particular topic that I can add a little bit more depth and breadth to that you don't often will feel when it's just on a blog or a short format text or a post, and even in stories, right, and videos, they're not enough. The length of time to really engage is really not long enough. So that's why I am here. And I was trying to think of what I wanted to talk to you all today. And what's been landing on my heart has been, this energy of the summer solstice, which marks summertime for those in the Northern Hemisphere. And so it is a time of more joy and in time of more, this forward moving energy, as I shared earlier with my Kumu fam is here. So if you guys see me move my eyes to that camera and then back to this camera. That's what I'm doing because they're doing a behind the scenes of me as I'm going live here with you guys. And so, I can't not acknowledge them. So I just wanted to kind of share a little bit about how that may be for you. So I wanted to share not getting caught up in how people are going through their seasons because somebody's summer season may be a low for them. And what you see on social most of the times is the highlight reel. So you may not even see what's going on behind the scenes. They may be made up, they may be having all the things, right? And how they're showing up in their energy, but we don't know what's really going on behind their life and what's going on in their season. So for me right now, and what I love in my solo shows that I've been doing, right, because we're adding a little bit more depth, is I wanted to kind of share what I've been going through these last. I wanted to say the last few weeks, but let's be real. Like the last few months have been really intense, and I'm starting to feel now this desire for growth and expansion. Right, summertime is my summertime, is my season. I should say that's a strength of mine, and so things do move quickly. But at the same time, I got to honor the slowness. So when you are feeling a little bit tired, it's okay to have rest. It's okay to stop. It's okay to take things off of your schedule. And what's coming up for me more is the boundaries. Like, how are you really setting your boundaries around you, your energy for other people because you didn't fill back up for yourself? One of the main things that I've been talking about is the self-care practice. And the people that you've been getting to know in this season, it's to prioritize self-care. So how are you doing that for yourself? And I found myself not doing enough for me. And the moment I have a little bit of energy, I'm like, well, let me help somebody. Let me see who needs support. And what's interesting though, guys, and I wanted to be clear about this, is when you're a healer, because that's what I do. I'm a healer. My modality is qigong, medical qigong, specifically for chronic illness, and that's what my bread and butter is. And so what I end up doing is, in a way, when I am serving, I also receive energy from that. It's like this catch-22, right? It's like you got to find this harmony between doing both, where you are giving and receiving. And so for myself, I had to kind of step back and think about, like, okay, I know it gives me energy when I am serving, but at the same time, like, what is my intention and how I was doing it? Because now I'm like really depleted. And the thing about me is, guys, so I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a fire sign. Birthday, November 24. So shout out to all you Sages out there. I feel you on this one. I will burn the candle at both ends. And then I get upset. I regret doing it. And I'm like, oh my God, why did I do that? And if you are not reflecting and taking that time to actually pause, you won't know if you'll be reaching your goal, right? You don't know where you've improved, and you don't know how to course correct and do better. And most of the times it comes out, for me, it may not be the same for all of you guys. For me, it's a lot of crying. My ascending is Cancer. Cancer is all about the heart, all about emotions. And so because I've been so amazing at going the masculine route when I was younger, and masculine as in the term of masculine energy, right? It's very structured. It's very go, go, go. It's very no emotion. It's just list, keep going, move on. Get over your emotions. I used to tell that to people. Can you imagine? I know. I've come a long way. I'm like, oh my goodness, why are you so emotional about that? Move on, let it go. And the thing is, when you're not allowing yourself to feel, it can show up as other aspects in your life. Trauma starts to come up. there's different levels of trauma, and you don't have to compare your trauma to somebody else's. Trauma is trauma. It's when you inflict, your nervous system gets rocked some way, shape, or form. And it can happen when you were younger. It can happen from anything, something you watch, what you hear, who you meet, how you feel you were treated, friendships that you feel like you're losing, relationships you feel like you're losing, all kinds of things, right? And sometimes we just have to take a step back to be with ourselves. And when you can't be by yourself and be with your own mindset, with your own feelings, and with your own emotions, that can really lead you to a very difficult road, right? And I'm not going to or use these terms as a way to diagnose you, but we all will feel all the ranges of emotions, from depression, deep sadness, or profound grief, to the other side of the spectrum, right? Which is extreme joy, kindness, generosity, abundance, which, by the way, is where our natural state is, right? So I hope this has given you some insight of just about really, gosh, what it's like to be in my shoes and a little bit about myself when I do healing. I'm wrapping up. I've wrapped up a few clients. I'm excited to expand my show even more. Just like, let's see, what else is in the works, guys? My masterclass is coming out. Oh my goodness, I'm freaking excited. I'm a continuing education provider for nurses. I'm working on all the licenses too, guys. So now my courses, my workshops, my retreat experiences will now have continuing education for our amazing frontline workers. And I'm excited. I think in me creating this amazing safe space for nurses to come together, and even women to come together, it depends. Sometimes it's for nurses, and other times I'll open it up to other women who are not nurses, because they're like, Anita, I want to be a part of your experience, but I'm not a nurse. And once in a while, I will have those experiences available to you guys. So let's see what else is on the works. Merchandise. I'm working on some merch for you guys. I'm celebrating. I'm still celebrating, but for my Kumu fam, since having the 1-year anniversary of Rise with Anita Vita, hey, that was May 6th, 2022. I'm just so excited to really take it to a whole other level and really expand and evolve and create really this beautiful, amazing experience. Gosh, there's so much. So I feel like I'm rambling. So at this moment, I'm going to just share some gratitude to our sponsors for this episode. We'll be right back. What's up, family? I am Anita Vita, Master Medical Qigong teacher and healer. I believe that nurses deserve to be nurtured as much as they give. As a high-performing woman myself, I coach women how to overcome chronic gut pain so that they have total freedom in their life through the practice of medical Qigong. In 2011, while working as a nurse in the post-anesthesia unit, I experienced severe burnout, and it expressed itself as IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome. Discovering this practice allowed me to eradicate this gut disease completely and naturally through meditation alone. The slow, mindful movements of medical Qigong are potent and transformational, recalibrating your cellular structure by cultivating your body's natural energy and healing source called Qi. Today, I coach and empower women to achieve the same result through private and group programs, workshops, and retreat experiences to awaken you to your truth and be the highest version of yourself. If you're still in pain, you've tried everything, and you're sick and tired going from doctor to doctor with only prescriptions and strict diets as solutions, fear no more, my friend, because you have found me. Send me a message right now at anita@nacionvita.com, and we'll get you to rise out of that pain, guaranteed.
Mafi Management is a company dedicated to empowering individuals and businesses in PR and marketing, social media management, online show and podcast production, business consulting, graphic design, photography and videography, workshops and classes, events management, personality development, logo creation, illustrations, and animation. In working together to turn their dreams into reality. Get one step closer to elevating yourself and your business by contacting hello@mafemanagement.com. Let us empower you.
And we are back. I'm so grateful and thankful to really keep doing this amazing show of mine. I can't tell you how much joy it really brings me. Here we go. I think I'm gonna cry. And I always tell you guys it's okay to cry, right? And look, I upgraded to a handkerchief though because I was running out of tissue. I gotta get me a customized one though, and I'm working on it. So I'm just coming back to my heart. Speaking of us coming in this season, right, to be more in our heart and listening in to what is most important to us and what matters to us, right? Every season we have a chance to renew ourselves, I'm going to use Nico's words because he's always sharing his gratitude to be grateful for being on this planet and in this dimension, in this realm, at this moment, to do better, to continue to inspire, to serve, to oh my God, waterworks! I'm so dramatic. Like this is a bad thing, but it's not, because I encourage this with my students and my clients. Like I don't ever know when tears will come. And not but, because that negates the former, right? But what I do know is I'm so happy to do this with you. Because if I didn't, I don't know whose lives, I don't get to touch. And there's so many feedback, you guys, from you already. How I've inspired you to start a TikTok, how I've inspired you to start your own reels, whatever platform it is, to do video, to just share a message of positivity. Because it may seem, I gotta take a breath. It may seem like a lot of people's worlds are on fire. And it takes just some time to cultivate really some stillness within yourself. And you know what I preach? I've been preaching meditation all day, every day. And you've heard them from my amazing guests who try to figure out, like, how can I just really stay in my center? How do I not lose it? And, there's nothing wrong if you have to, lash out in some way, shape, or form. That's healthy. You should never hold anything in, right? We're great at doing that. At least I was for a very long time. And here's the thing, it's not healthy. It can show up as disease in your body. It can show up as panic attacks. It can show up as all these things that the doctors keep telling you that you have, all these diagnoses. And the thing is, you can reverse them. It's possible. I've done it. I've done it for myself. I've done it for my students, for my clients. And the journey is just really beautiful. And to see them really come more closer to who they truly are and enjoy their life is really the greatest reward. Really the greatest reward. So I I'm so happy to have done this solo episode again with you guys. I'm excited to do even more. I have some fun stuff planned, actually, that was coming through. Like, I got so many downloads of what I wanted to share, and I'm really happy. There's a lot of things that I still haven't shared much of. So I hope that in me sharing a little bit more about my journey will really inspire you to just, stay connected, to stay fulfilled, and to rise, right? And for those of you who've already forgotten what rise means, not only to like rise up and elevate, it's to reclaim intuitive strength and empowerment. That's how it all started. So I'll share a little bit more origin story next time. Until then, I appreciate you. I love you. I'm always so grateful when you like, when you subscribe, when you follow. And at some point, we'll get to reviews. So if you're going to write and share a review, I'd love it if you would do so in Apple Podcasts. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoy tonight's episode. And as always, I root for your rise. I will see you next week. Bye.
Be the rise, need to be the rise.